What do you do if your niche on YouTube doesn't allow you to do anything other than AdSense? There's no way to bring in affiliate marketing. You're not doing product reviews. There's no way to bring in sponsorships. The stuff you're talking about doesn't really pertain to sponsors. Your viewers aren't the type who are going to buy merch. Trust me, my viewers aren't merch buyers either. So how do you get that extra income and grow beyond AdSense? Because AdSense, let's be honest, can be very limiting. All right. I've been doing YouTube for over 10 years. I've got 100 million views across all my channels on YouTube. I've got 500,000 followers across all of social media. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this kind of stuff. And I've done this because I was lazy in the beginning and I just stuck with AdSense. And I thought, well, I'll just keep growing, I'll keep growing, I'll keep growing. And I started to hit this kind of glass ceiling for my channels. And I couldn't really grow beyond that. So if you can't grow up, you have to start growing out, and you have to bring in multiple streams to support that base so that you can take what's more of a hobby and turn it into, even beyond a side hustle, into a replacement career. I mean, in my case, I was a C-level executive in Silicon Valley for 20 years, and this does better than that, all right? And you could be there too, all right? This is the golden opportunity of our lifetimes, and I'm 57. And if I can do it, this old dude can do it, you can be doing it too. So let's talk about how you're missing out on these opportunities. Now, I've heard this a lot, but I'm going to talk about first the viewer who sent me, they put a comment in one of the videos saying, hey, I'm in this niche. They do movie reviews, which I'm passionate about. I love movies. I'm not a TV, like I don't like watching serial kind of stuff. I don't watch TV shows, but I will watch movies. And YouTube. YouTube and movies, that's my two things. I either want to be learning something on YouTube or being entertained and carried away for a couple hours in a movie. And so I totally agree with wanting to do that. I could totally see doing that. By the way, Project Hail Mary, pretty good movie. Read the book. Fantastic book. But how do you monetize that outside of AdSense? And the first thing I'm going to say is affiliates. And you're going to say, well, what can I do with affiliates? How am I going to do this? Well, we're talking about movies. So the number one way to get an affiliate is not selling a product. The product is the movie. So get them to go see the movie. If you're talking about current movies, talk about movies that are good. Tell them to avoid movies that are bad. And, that would be a great series this week. The movies to avoid, the movies to see. All right. And we're going to save you dollars by not going to see this movie. We're going to help you, invest good dollars on good entertainment with these movies. And if you want to buy this movie, click down below to get your tickets now through Fandango. Fandango offers a great affiliate program. They give you a 10-cent commission on every ticket sold and $2 on every gift card. $2 on every gift card. Buy a gift. I would sign off every one of my videos with and give the gift of the movies with our link to Fandango gift cards down below. $2 every time. That's a huge affiliate, by the way. That is great. It's not a percentage. Granted, I would love to be getting the percentage off of the $20 tickets they sell every time, but 10 cents off every one adds up. And remember, you want to get the AdSense plus the affiliate, maybe get a sponsor, and maybe sell a product. Now, you're like, well, what products could I sell with this? Let's finish talking about the affiliates though. So let's say it's not a current movie. Let's say it's a movie on DVDs. Talk about the fact that people are going back to DVDs. People want to own the content because there's all these streaming services that say it's on there, but then it goes away. And honestly, for a true movie buff, the quality of streaming is just not as good as DVD. Blu-ray blows streaming out of the water. If you've got a good TV, and this day everyone's got 4K TVs. I got a 4K TV as my desktop, as my monitor. I got a 42-inch Samsung high-res 4K. These old eyes, it's fantastic. I got tons. It's like having two vertical monitors. I can do tons of space, mapping stuff off. I can push one thing to the other side, one thing to the other side, and then I can, when I watch videos, I have full screen 4K. So sell Blu-rays as that, that whole, own your media, get the video, the movie the way it was intended to be seen by buying the Blu-ray over on Amazon, link down below. All right, and don't forget to use YouTube Shopping when you can. YouTube Shopping, that's the thing you get where it pops up and it says, hey, buy this over here. Like one of my favorite movies is Fool's Gold. I bought a PlayStation 2 back in the day because it had a Blu-ray player built in. And it was the first movie I bought, and it was the first high-res HD TV I had. And I could not believe how good the ocean looked in this. I felt like I was in the tropics. It was fantastic. And I love the movie. We still watch that movie probably once a year. Buy it. I'll try to put a link. I don't know if YouTube Shopping has it, but YouTube Shopping is a great, great tool. All right. That way people can buy it easily, whether they're on desktop, whether they're on mobile. It doesn't matter where they are. Even if they're watching on TV, it'll put up a QR code and they can snap a picture with their phone and go and buy the product right there. That's a way you can add affiliate marketing. You can send them to the movies. You can send them to the product. You can even be like, by the way, when I watch movies at home, here's the TV I use. Here's the DVD player I use. Here's the stereo system I use. All of that down below. If you want the best bang for the buck experience in your home theater immersion, check it out. And you should be plugging that in every single video. Now, as far as selling products, well, that takes a little bit more work. All right, that's the fourth one. All right, sponsor. I'm not exactly sure how you would go about with sponsors. I think you'd have to get fairly. You know what you could do? You could reach out and get sponsors with like headphones, earbuds. How about blankets and sleepwear? My wife, when we go to the movies, she always brings a blanket, and she's even started bringing like those big body pillows and stuff. So she brings. Heck, the movie theaters now sell blankets. I think that might be why they keep it so cold in there, so they can sell more blankets. Anyway, there's a lot of products that you just think about your environment around you and what you do when you want to watch a movie. Hey, my favorite popcorn is Orville Redenbacher's blah, blah, blah. Buy it here. There's a lot of things you can incorporate each and every movie into this, okay? As far as products that you could sell yourself, well, I happen to own a domain. I've been thinking about coming out with this product. So do you remember those what were they called? The blankets that were like a robe that you could wear, Snuggies or something like that. So we have a thing that we call people like who's all curled up, looking all snug over, on the couch, and they're all happy with themselves, and we call them a snug bastard, right? Like smug bastard, snug bastard. So I own snugbastard.com. And at some point, I might actually come around to coming out with my own line of casual yet sophisticated men's loungewear from snugbastard.com. You could do the same thing. You could come out with your own line of throw pillows and blankets and stuff like that. Alibaba is a great solution for getting started. Now, if you want to make it in the U.S., I'm all for that. There was a quilting thing that came about. I remember my ex-wife got into it where you just basically buy these felt kind of things and you cut them and you twist the ends and you tie them together. You make these little pseudo quilt blanket things. You could be selling those. There's a lot of ways you could monetize this. Now, let me talk about some of the other ones. I did some research on this. Let me pull up my notes because these are some of the ones where I heard people say, well, I can't do affiliate marketing. First one, true crime. I know a couple people who do true crime stuff. And a lot of people, first thing is people think, well, I can't get AdSense because I'll get demonetized. As long as you keep it documentary style, you won't have a problem with monetization. You should be monetized just fine. Keep the gore factor down. Don't show it on screen. And you should be getting not too far below what I'm at. You're $5 to $7 in RPM. Things you can add in there. Books and audiobooks. By the way, if you like this story, read the audiobook over on audible.com. I'm a huge subscriber. I've been a platinum subscriber for audible.com for over a decade at this point. I listen to a ton of books. I'm listening to something called Red Rising, the Red Rising series right now. It's fantastic. The Audible, it's not just like they have beyond just the regular audiobook. They now have a full cast production with different people reading the different parts and the sound effects, and it's audio theater. It's amazing. So you could be linking people to that, to the actual book, to the audio book, and Amazon will pay you a hefty finder's fee for getting people to subscribe to Audible. Subscription research services, Ancestry.com, 23andMe, other public records searching databases. Let's be honest. If you like true crime, you like to sleuth a bit, right? I know you, all right? And your audience definitely wants to look into stuff. They think that person down the street is probably a secret serial killer. They want to look them up on the old keyboard there. Sell them a service on how to do that, all right? And get the affiliate commission on that. So, and then the other thing is, by the way, hey, don't let this happen to you, by the way. Invest in some personal safety. Here's where you can buy a personal siren, mace, pepper spray, or even like stuff like Simply Safe, NordVPN, all sorts of, all those things you can bring in to relate to this, and or any of the kind of tools you can bring in to relate to the true crime kind of stuff is stuff that you could be selling people and get affiliate dollars on. Next one is history and geography. There's channels like Real Life Lore, Wendover Productions. They have great production value kind of stuff. Fantastic. And not everyone's going to do that. But again, there's a lot of stuff there. People are like, well, there's nobody, it's history. You can't really sell history. Oh, I beg to differ. You can sell history. There's lots of people selling history. Travel experiences, travel guides. There's that whole, what do they call it? Curiosity Stream and Magellan TV. They pay a bounty for every subscriber you see over here. If you like this story, go get the full details over on Magellan TV, linked down below. And then also like language learning, get on Rosetta Stone or any of the other ones. What's the other one? There's a Babbel one. There's that one with the owl fish thing, whatever it is, Babbelfish, whatever. Go and check those out. Those are great ways that you can monetize this stuff. And then, of course, all the other accoutrements. If you're doing travel, there's all the other travel equipment. There's luggages, suitcase. I get approached by high-end luggage companies all the time, and I'm like, it's not really appropriate for what we do, but if you want me to send me some high-end luggage, I'd be happy to do it. This was one. I know there was somebody recently, in the last month or so, who said they do an ASMR channel, and they can't do affiliate marketing because of that. Oh, I beg to differ. How about sleep aids? How about those little devices that produce white noise and stuff like that? There's all sorts of devices that get used around AMSR. How about this? You want to listen to me better on AMSR? Get the super high. I'm looking for my headphones. I think my daughter took them. The super high-end headphones. These are the ones I would recommend. These are the ones that I listen to. I use when I listen to ASMR. Another suggestion is a lot of people are doing it for mental health. Well, there's mental health services out there that'd be happy to pay you for the referrals. And supplements, magnesium, melatonin. My wife and daughter will talk to you all about the different types of melatonin that you can use. Me, I don't like the melatonin dreams, so that's all them. There's powders and all sorts of wellness mindset kind of stuff. Tons of things that you can do, all right? You need to start being creative and stop. Easiest way, here's the first lesson. When you're doing the thing, like when you're like, hey, I review movies. Well, you got to watch the movie first, right? I do AMSR. Well, what do you use when you set it up? I do history and video. Well, when you're researching, what do you use? Look at those products and then recommend them. You can do a whole video of, and I recommend doing it every so often, do a top 10 video. The best videos, the top overlooked products for ASMR. People will be like, there's products, what can I get? They would be thrilled to see this, okay? And then in every single video, throw in a little tidbit about, blah, blah, blah. By the way, I really liked, using this product because this allowed me to make this experience so much better. Or if you're, in the case in point, I'm on this channel. I have a thing down below. You're like, by the way, if you like the equipment that we use here, I'm filming on FX30. I have I can never remember the name. Was it Ars Tech? I can't remember the name of my microphone. But I use an XLR boom mic, so I don't have anything in the way, so I can use my hands and I can gesture. I can do all this, not hit a boom arm and not have that whole kind of thing where there's the microphone in front of me and I'm sitting there talking to the microphone and it just sits in front of me. I did that for years and it was ridiculously annoying. And once I got a boom mic, I'm like, why did I put up with this? I've talked about my lighting, all that kind of stuff you can find down below. By the way, hey, if you like my background lighting, you can find links over on my Amazon page. Link down below. All that kind of stuff. I should probably do a link to where I get my hats. There are ways to do this. And if you still can't find a way, if you're still stuck, put it down in the comments. I will see what I can do to help unstick you and get you going in the right direction. If we bring you some value here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.